Bye-bye. Thank you, honey. I'm trying. Yes, sweetheart. God bless. Bye-bye. Okay. That was very nice of him to say that. It was very hard, when we're emotionally grieving loss and we have anger too on top of that. Why wasn't I told? I hear these words in my head so strong with him in this particular. It blocks the flow of the psychic stuff. So we do the best we can. Okay, going to Amber, who I think, Amber, you said you wanted a life question, but I said I felt other sides. So it might be combined. Go right ahead, honey, and give me your question. Go ahead.
My love life. I'm wondering what you picked up on that.
All right. You have a love life, period. There is a good love life for you. You're getting involved with someone right now. It feels like there's a newness to it. Would you understand that, please? You want to get started on it, but it's not really moving in the direction as quickly as you would like. However, there is somebody in spirit with a mothering influence to you. It could be a grandma or an aunt or someone. It could be actually your mother, but a feeling of this person has given you words before she transitioned about you finding the right person. And I feel that you're almost looking for validation. Would you understand that, please? Okay, you are getting validation today. This person is indeed the right person for you in the momentary lull that you're going through, or whatever it is. I hear the word restriction will ameliorate, lessen, and pass, and then you'll be able to get on with your life in a new way, and there will be much joy in your home and in your life and where you're going in life. We in the and God love you very, very much. We want you to get started on your new life. Don't hesitate anymore. Move forward. Don't hesitate anymore. Take risks. And don't worry about the past. It's not repeating itself. There is a new beginning for you in the home, meaning in your life, in your love life, in your personal life. And this will start almost immediately. Now, I don't know why you would be worried about whether or not starting fast enough or whatever, but they're saying it is moving the way it's supposed to be moving. But I would like, before I move on to someone else, to provide you with a little more detail about the person in question. So if you would give me the initials of that person, I'll give you a little more detail.
The initials?
Yes, please.
JF.
All right, let's see what's going on with JF for Amber. Yeah, I do feel he is going to move forward with this and you. I feel his words are true. There seems to be something going on his end that does preclude or holds him back a little bit. But eventually that will all be cleared up and he will be moving closer towards you, just as he's said. I also see a ring in his hand, meaning some kind of there for you, and that getting going. But for now, he has to take care of something that still is in his life. And that needs to be done with caution, care, and caring before he can really be free. When that is done, you will be hearing and knowing all of this. For now, you need to have confidence and trust your heart, because your heart is correct in your feelings for this person. Does that make sense to you, Amber?
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. God bless, love. Bye-bye. Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. All right. I'm going to move to T, and then I will get to Kimberly. I know, Kimberly, you had another side request directly, but I did need to take those two because they had other side in their messages. Okay. Going to T, and then we'll go to Kimberly. T. Hi, sweetheart. I remembered I talked to Cece, your cousin, on the radio show about maybe a couple of weeks ago. And after I talked, I thought about maybe the next day or so, I thought, I wonder what happened with T, because I gave you some pretty wild advice last time we talked. And it was pretty out there. I mean, I was out on a limb on that one. I hope everything turned okay for you. Go ahead and give me your question. Go ahead.
The question is, anyway,
Oh, okay. You know, I was confusing you with I think her name is Mimi. It's Cece's cousin. It's a different. Those are different people. I remember you now. Uh, okay. All right. Well, you know, this is oh, how weird. Okay, how wild is that? Okay, well, all right. So then it's meant to say it anyway. All right, so you want to know about medical school. Now, we've been through this a few 100 million times. Remember? Yeah. Oh, that's nice. All right. Okay, so you went applied for meds. Okay, everybody that's listening, T was a social worker and didn't like her job. Um, go figure. Why wouldn't you like that job? It was a hard job, and you weren't getting any personal satisfaction. So you thought if you went to med school, you'd feel like you were having more. You'd see results, right? You'd work with people. You could use your brains. You're a very bright young lady. And now you want to know if you should do something else, or what would that other thing be? Is that, do I understand you correctly, please? Let me see something. I really feel uncomfortable. My natural feeling is always, well, why are you asking someone else what you should like to do or what you want to do? And that is for you in particular very important to hear, because one of the messages that, right, one of the things that you're on the journey to do right now, this is what your life plan is to get in touch with who you are and what you want. That's what you're all about. I can relate to that because I lived my whole life as an achiever, but never as a person. You know what I mean, right? Achiever, but never really. Go ahead. What you gonna say? Yeah, you're cute. You're cute. So what I'm here, it's interesting because you know, it's all seeming to make sense now. And you're a little close to the forest to see, you're too close to trees to see the forest, so I can see the forest a little bit more. And so what I see here is a theme, and the theme is healing, helping, but with alternate modalities or something more creativity in the situation. Um, I feel that if you'd gone in the medical field direction as a doctor, that ultimately you'd have to be this maverick doing things your own way. That's kind of how I see you. You have an entrepreneurial streak, you have a creative streak, you're sort of like an out of the box person. And if anybody puts you in a box, you immediately want to get out of the box. Now, what does that mean in terms of, right? What does that mean in terms of lifestyle? Is it means that you need to be utilizing your creativity in whatever you do. And if you're not in a situation where you can, i.e., that kind of a job, because lots of jobs you can, but a job of sorts usually holds you within a box, right? Then you need to find a way around that. So the easiest way for you to do that uh, is to study crystal therapy and healing with crystals. That's what I hear right now. And get some kind of credential and start doing it on the side. I also hear the words real change requires self change, and that any using in the form of alternative therapy, particularly when it comes to mindset, like hypnosis or spiritual healing. All of that would work very well with who you are, and you can start it on the side. You don't have to give up your day job to do that. Eventually you can roll.
The thing about my day job is I only have to work 2 days
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yes. Okay, so all this makes sense to me. Okay, I know it may not to you yet, but hopefully it will. I was going to say, before you went off on your thing there, which is good, that what I think you can end up specializing in is the kind of people that are similar to you. In other words, people that are undirected and don't know who they are. Right? And it could be people who are highly creative or very special gifted, and that you help them develop where they need to go. You put them on the path. It could be children. It could be rainbow children, meaning many, many different talent children, and helping them develop it. So that's a good thing. And remember that this is being recorded so you can write it down later. The second thing is, with you, you're like a fire hose of creativity, and it's coming at you. What you got? It's like, what you got to do is, right? You have to keep a creativity journal every day, new ideas, write them down, and then you can do them all at once. You can only do one at a time. You have to be first in, first out, because you live in this dimension, okay? In the spirit world, you probably do everything at the same time, but here you have to learn how to pace yourself. So, right, you're highly creative. See? You're highly creative. So you're That's interesting. Now, I want to say something to you and everybody else, because a lot of people have the same thing. People who are empathic can be very confused because they don't know if it's their feelings or somebody else's feelings, right? Right? Yeah. All right. So that's what drives you a little bit crazy as well. When we develop self-esteem, and I mean, you may have your own way to do it, so I'll just say this, I'll share with you. The more we develop listening to ourself, it could be through journaling, it could be through working with you, T, and your own modality, your healing modality. But the more we understand who we are, the more we give not only audience to our feelings and thoughts, but action behind them, the more we find that we move from empath to constructive use of our time and expression. And we start to see the difference between somebody else's feelings and our own, which can be very, very destructive. Another thing to do for empaths is to study intuitive development, and that you will start to learn the difference as you work with other people of what is your feelings versus their feelings. And then you move it from empathic to clairsentient, which is a higher form of that, where you are in command of that particular feature or aspect of yourself. So you're doing really well, T, and I want you to just smile because you're on your path. Okay? And yeah. You know, I love that you just said what you did, and I want to extract that. People who are working with spirit, intuitive energy people, we all find that to be the case. The more you're on your path, the more energy responds to you, the more reality brings you what you're saying, and the more you realize there's definitely a connection. It doesn't happen to everybody the same way. It happens to people who are highly intuitive, highly gifted, highly creative, and that are on their path. So that the more as soon as you say to spirit, I want this, I need this, or I think this, you'll see it in front of you. It's the funniest thing. Yeah, so anyway, the answer to your question is, or if you really question, it sounds like you're answering it yourself, is just follow this creativity thing. It's the ultimate creative thing. Is you're the ultimate creativity birther, or bringing it in for others as you enjoy yourself, and it's all going to work out, honey. You're going to be a therapist, a special kind of therapist, a holistic therapist, who will be birthing people's creativity.
Well, thank you so much. Hopefully, I can work on this question too.
Well, that you have to look at all these things practically. Do you have to have a separate store? Can't you embed it in the work?
Yeah, I was going to incorporate it in there, and then eventually,
Good. The only thing I would suggest to you is when you have ideas, see if you can connect them all in one effort versus running off to do this thing and then that thing. See the connections between them and make the business around the connections, not make them all separate businesses. Otherwise, you'll drive yourself crazy. I went through that. It took me years to come up with the idea that I focus in on heavenly healing to happiness, and that being a medium is sort of this cornerstone of that. So it's going to maybe take a few iterations before you streamline it, but don't create new things for everything. It's all related. Focus on the relationship between them and build the business on that. Okay?
thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, T. Bye-bye, sweetheart. Bye. Okay, I'm going to Kimberly. I'm trying to go to Kimberly. Kimberly, I'm so sorry, sweetie, I couldn't get to you right away. All right. Oh, you're sweet. Thank you. So you're wanting an other side connection. I did feel the beginning of a mail to you. I felt that you had a life question, but you were asking for an other side connection. Tonight was one of those nights where I keep feeling somebody has a life issue and they want an other side connection, or somebody really should be talking to the other side, or there's a message from the other side. Yeah. In your case, I felt it was a life issue surrounding another side connection. But then as I tuned into your energy, 256, I felt there was a male. And you said yes. And so let's see where that goes. Okay. First thing I want to say is I do see a male to you. Very nice man, tall, good looking. Healing energy to you, has a healing energy towards you. He showed me himself in younger years, or he doesn't look very old in the vision I'm getting of him. And he also looks like he might have spent time in the military, as he does have military uniform on him. Now, I haven't given you enough information, I don't think yet, for you to know who this is. Is that correct, please, that you don't know who this is yet?
It's either two people that I'm thinking of.
All right, well, let me continue. Because this person, very strong physique, very strong features. He shows me himself in military in a certain time frame, so I'm trying to get the time frame, which would help a little bit more with this. Yeah. Okay, now I see an older one and a younger one. Okay, I see more of a older man and then a younger man. And I also hear the word brother. Would you have a brother in spirit, please? No, okay. Well, I don't know where they want me to go with this. Let me just see if I can get one to step forward and give me some more info. It's like a grandfather, and then there's like a father. That's what I'm seeing, grandfather and father figure. Do you have a brother?
Yeah.
All right, that's your uncle. Okay, and he's the one. Yeah, the uncle is in a. He shows me himself in a young. He's younger looking in the picture. He shows me of himself, and the picture is black and white, which would mean the time frame that the picture was taken, black and white, was more common than color photos. That could be quite a while ago. And of course, I don't have more to go on that than this, but he used to give you a lot of advice about your own life and how to get going on things in your life. He had very masculine energy, very masculine man. It looks like he did have a wife when he was on Earth, or at least a significant other. Would you know that, please?
Yeah.
Okay. And he also was a father of a son, please. Yes, do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, and so he is the brother of, I guess, your father or mother or someone like that then, if he's an uncle to you. So that's probably why I got the brother word in there. Okay. I hear father's brother. Do you understand that? He's your father's brother. Do you understand that? Whose brother is he, honey? Well, okay, so okay, so he's your mother's brother. Okay, that's fine. He's your mother's brother. I made a mistake there. I did not hear that correctly. That's fine. He's very gifted in healing modalities himself. I don't know why he would say that. There's something about healing for him. He's a very healing individual. I said it before and I'll say it again. Very healing person, has a healing energy with all people around him, and as they perceive him, he knows a lot of things. A very gifted healer. Does that word healing make any sense about Uncle, please? All right. But you could take it literally, or you could take it as symbolic of his presence, which is very healing and kind. He might have had. You understand that? Okay. And he might have had, maybe before he went in the military, he might have had some purpose on Earth that would have been healing oriented. I don't know what that is. He's not giving me more information yet. I just want to see what else I can get about him, and then we'll come to your personal message, love. I believe that he was wounded in the line of duty. Do you understand? Remember that, please?
Yes.
Okay. And I hear the word shot. In other words, he was shot. Do you know if that was true, please?
I don't know if he was shot. I don't know.
Okay. Well, the wording coming in from Spirit is he was shot in the line of duty. So we'll use the word shot generally just to say wounded. He's a very healing and gifted individual. He helps a lot of people when he's on earth. He's very kind to people. He's also very, well, I don't know why they're using that word. I'm not going to say it just yet. Hold on. Gives a lot of things away to others. He tries to be helpful. I guess because he's your mother's brother, he's trying to be nice to you. That certainly is healing principles. I have been looking or trying to find something behind all of that that's more specific. I'm looking for something in particular, Kimberly. I haven't seen it yet. So that's why I keep doing this. I keep going round and round him. Let me see if I can get something from him. There's also a J name, like a Jesse or a Jim in the family. It doesn't have to be his name. Would you know anybody with the J name, like a Jesse or Jim, please?
Not a Jeff or a Jim, no.
I said Jesse, but I guess you don't know a Jesse either. But do you know a J name? That would be some, yeah.
I know a J name, yes. That's my, his brother's son.
Oh, his brother's son. Interesting. Okay, well, I just got that name, a J name. I heard Jesse, so whatever it is, it is. Okay, let me see what else I can get from him, and then we'll move on to your personal message. Is there anything else you want to give him? Give your beautiful niece. I love you with all my heart. Gives you a sweet name like Sugar, or, darling. He says, I love you with all my heart. He says, you take care of yourself and your family. He says something about you having you must have more than one child, but it's an older one that's male. Would you know of having a son yourself, please?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a handful, your uncle says. He's a handful, your oldest son.
Yeah.
He says you give him,
Yeah.
right? He says you give him everything you can give him, and still he seems to want more, needs more. He needs a lot of attention, this young man. He says, but he wants you to know, Kimberly, that all that work you're doing with your son will pay off in the long run. In other words, you're giving him a lot of support. You're giving him a lot of help to get ahead in life. He says it will all work out in the end, and everything that you're putting into him will take him places and will help with the family at large, or it will be constructive. It is constructive. So don't ever doubt it. Don't ever think that what you're giving him or doing for him is not going to be rewarded or not going to, be constructive. It's all for good cause. And I have a feeling it has to do with his education. Would you know that, please, about your son?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you must be putting a lot of money into his education, a lot of effort into his education, and it all will pay off.
Yeah.
It all will pay off. So your uncle wants you to know that, to offer you just some healing on the subject or some comfort on the subject. Is there anything you want to ask him, honey, before we adjourn?
Yeah, in reference to your coaching
Oh, okay. I didn't mean a whole completely different reading, and I'm wondering, did you ask for an Otherside connection, or did you ask for a life reading? Oh, that's all right, love. I can answer it. I just was confused because I thought I went in the wrong direction after all of that. All right. Let me just take all right, sweetheart. Let me just take a quick look, and I'll give you a quick answer, honey. Hold on. She wanted about job. This is for Kimberly, and she is at 256. You're very good working with people. You have a knack for communicating, talking, helping, and healing others, and getting other people to do your will and bidding. Now, getting people to do what you want is an interesting thing, they're saying, because it could be a lot of ways you could apply that. And, it could be in sales, or it could be in something else, maybe guidance or something, guidance counseling or something. Do you want a new career, honey? Is that what you're asking me? Or do you know what you want to do and are asking how to get a job in that? What are you asking, honey? All right. Well, they're saying that you need to do something that would allow you to use your gift of communications with others, and that you would like that very much. And they also show me you like the Pied Piper, that people follow you. They do what you say. So you have this gift of being a leader. So follow that, and you're going to, that could be in sales, it could be in counseling, it could be in many different ways. There's also another thing that shows up, and it might be in you helping youth develop their best self. And I hear something, I think you're going to laugh at this one, but do you do any work with models, young women or men who want to get ahead in like showbiz or modeling or glamour? Do you do anything with that?
I really want to help women, young women with that. That's something that's been on my mind.
Well, well, that's perfect then. Okay, so that's what you need to pursue. And then that's because you're a great communicator and people follow you. So you can be a coach. It's like a coach, a beauty coach, a pageant coach, a modeling coach, something like that. And that you would feel very rewarded in that. It would give you that expression and you could see results with those people and you would like it very much. Glamour is your thing, baby. Glamour is your thing. Okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, everybody, I want to thank everybody for calling in this evening. I look forward to working with you next Monday. Ciao.